What's going on, y'all? JT here with an unboxing and quick look at the all-new Team Corrali Asuga. Now, this is a bigger than 8 scale buggy. It's probably a little bit smaller than 7 scale, so we can call it, I guess, 7.5 scale or something. But I'm going to do a quick unboxing on this because what I want to do is I want to compare this to two other Team Corrali cars that I have here. I got my Jambo and I got my Chronos sitting down here. And then we're just going to take a brief look at it because I do want to get this out and I do want to get this running a little bit later today, at least running for a few minutes or something like that. So let me go ahead. Let's crack this box open. Let's see what we got. And here it is here. Oh yeah, you gotta love the smell of a new RC car. So let me go ahead. Let me pull this out real quick and we'll take a quick look at this and then we'll get the other cars and then we'll just do a quick side-by-side comparisons as well. All right, y'all, getting this out, and this actually looks good. This looks real. It looks a lot better, of course, in person. Look at these tires, too. So you can still pick these up at HRP. So I'll put a link down below in the description. Now, there are limited quantities of these vehicles, so don't let it slip on you. I'm not trying to convince you to buy it, but don't let it slip, and then by the end of the month or something, they're all sold out, and then they don't get another probably shipment in for another probably month or so. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they're are limited quantities. I did see some being sold out at other places and stuff as well, but I'll put a link down below to HRP, and they do have parts too. So they do sell all the Team Corrali parts there as well. I know you guys are looking for parts for Team Corrali cars. So they have them all over there too, and various other places have them too. So anyway, taking a quick look at this thing looks good and it looks beefy. I'm glad that Team Corrali did this. Some people are I don't know. Some people are kind of up and down about it and all that, which is fine. I like oversized buggies and stuff, and we'll do a comparisons to the Chronos and the Jambo in just a few minutes. But I want to take a look at this to show you guys some of the things about this vehicle that I like. And like I said, this is not going to be really in depth with it, but I do like the tire compound. These are actually, I would think they would almost be belted, but they're not. It is a hard compound, but it's not so hard that I don't think you'll get too much that you won't get grip, and I don't think it's so soft that they'll balloon because the sidewalls and stuff feel fine on it. So these will be actually fine, and I'm actually going to be looking at other different tires and trucky tires you can actually fit on here as well. And as you guys know, this does come in 3 different colors. I don't have to go through all that, but it's a couple of things I do like that they did about this was these plastic pieces that they have here on the body. One thing about any buggy, truck, anything you get, when you start running and jumping cars and all that, the first things that tear, especially in the back, is going to be these body posts back here, are the part of the body that holds us in. So I'm glad that they did that. And you guys can see underneath there that they have that piece for it. So I hope they go ahead and get a patent pending on that because, you know, other manufacturers are possibly going to see that and probably take it as their idea for them to do something like this that I know of. I can't remember anybody else that kind of really does that. With this. So hopefully they'll start doing this also as well going forward with their vehicles and stuff. And looking at the buggy and stuff as well, it is big, it is built beefy. I do like they do have these kind of shock guards over top right here. So if you flip the buggy, you won't be eating into pretty much the top of the shocks. Because that happens all the time. You guys know I'm going to run this. It's probably going to flip and stuff as well. I do have a couple of things. Matter of fact, let me get them real quick. I'm going to show you guys what I'll be doing to this buggy probably within the next week or so. All right, so before I go any further with this, I got a couple of things here. So Speed Tech RC, and I'll leave a link down below. They do sell spools for the Team Corrali vehicles. So you can get them in a different variety of sizes. So I'll leave a link down below to their website. So definitely I'll be running this. This comes with a 52.52 tooth spur gear, or gear on the center differential. And you can also get a 46 tooth, which you can find that on HRP too. So most people may not want to do the 52. They may want to go to a 46 because I believe the biggest pinion you can fit in here and get good mesh is going to be about a 18, maybe a 19 tooth pinion gear. But that's fine. I mean, if you want to go different with this, you can always get the 46. Or you can get one of these spools and try one of these spools. And so I'll probably try this possibly at some point in time. But I do want to kind of just run this completely stock out the box. And then we'll get to doing some speed runs, lowering the vehicle down and all that, just to see how fast it can go. And then another thing too is RC Speed Monsters. They do make particular wings. And he's probably going to, I wanted to kind of put this on here to see how big it was. And it's not, these are the ones that they make for their 8 scale vehicles like the Rad X6 and then all their 8 scale vehicles and stuff like that. So this one's a little bit smaller than the stock wing, but there is an option for aluminum. So I'm pretty sure that Jeff over there at some point in time is going to make some bigger wings that can actually fit on here. But there are optional aluminum wings, and you can get this in different colors, and he can customize. You guys know I got a lot of custom stuff from him as well, but I did want to at least put this here to see how big this was compared to that. So we see the size there for that. So I may change that at some point in time if that breaks. I've never had one of the wings break. I usually have something back here crack, but it looks like that's going to be pretty beefy back there. And then I'm also going to, hopefully this will fit. I have a brand new Z Racing. I told you guys this in the comments, 6S Lipo. And this Lipo will fit in here as well. What you're going to have to do is there's 2 screws in here. You're going to have to remove those 2 screws so this battery can fit. And this is actually going to be a perfect fit. And I do have some larger ones as well, but I do want to run this brand new battery with this brand new car. So anyway, looking at this inside of this chassis, I'm glad Team Corrali has actually got some chassis stiffeners and stuff in here. You guys can see that there, which is good. This comes with a 2050 kV motor and 180 amp speed controller. Now their electronics are good, guys. They have, as far as the motor, ESC, and servos go, they are really good. This servo is actually a high voltage servo, so you can run this at 7.4 volts. It does come set at 6.0 volts out the box, but you can turn this up. And the electronics in this can handle, including the receiver and stuff, which is good. So I may turn the voltage up at some point in time. And the punch setting is going to be set at 3. So I'll probably turn this up to 5. But I want to run it completely stock out the box before I go doing any modifications. I want to show you guys how fast it runs out the box. Now, when you go from punch setting 3 to 5, you do see a difference, because I did that with my Morocco, my other vehicles, and you do see a difference, and they have these electronics in here. So you guys know you can get this as a roller as well. The roller is, I think, $359, and this is going to run you at $599 with this. So anyway, like I said, I'm not going to go too in depth with this. I am going to get these other cars to show them to you side by side. So you guys can see the size difference compared to this, and then the Jambo, and then also the Chrono. So give me just a minute and let me get these vehicles. All right, y'all. So the best way I can do this without trying to go outside, like I said, I'm just trying to make this as quick as I can, because I really want to get this running before I have to go to the gym and do all this stuff in just a bit. But you guys see, I got my Kronos XTR here on the far left, and then I got my Jambo, which has been kind of updated and stuff with a lot of the Team Corrali modifications and stuff on it here on your right. So put that there. You guys see the differences in the wheelbase there. And I'll do it, like I said, a more in-depth side-by-side comparisons. But I did want to show you guys some of the differences, because some people are saying that this is just this vehicle with buggy tires and wheels on it. And it's actually a lot different, even though this is the XTR version, their extreme bashing version and stuff. There are differences you guys can see there, even with the A-arms, even though this is kind of dirty and stuff. And you see the way this is kind of constructed in the back. My Rad X6 and 4 are somewhere in storage. I got to go get those. But I haven't seen a comparison with the vehicles as far as their long wheelbase truck and then their short wheelbase truck. So I wanted to show this to you guys. You guys can see that there. You guys can see the wheelbase links there with that. So it's not just a Kronos with buggy tires and wheels. They did do some stuff a little bit differently with the chassis and stuff. And then this actual center brace as well. And I have to get the Skeeter out at some point and show that to you guys. But you see all this here. Most of this in the front is somewhat similar, but it's not completely the same. I was wanting to look at this front assembly, which does seem to be a little bit different than what we have here with that. And you guys see, of course, this assembly is going to be somewhat the same as that, except that this is going to be a short wheelbase chassis. So it is longer than their Jambo. It's probably about the same, maybe off by just a tad bit from the Kronos. But the tires and wheels, these are HPI trucky tires and wheels. You see those are actually bigger than the Asuga's tires and wheels, which is fine. We can try these on here at some point in time if we want to try different tires and wheels. But I think it'll be fine just like that. So I wanted to show this to you guys. So like I said, I'm really wanting to go out and get this running. There we go. And get this running because I'm really just curious how this is going to run on 6S. And then we'll do some speed tests on 4S and 6S at some point in time with this. But new kid on the block is in the house. We're going to take this out. We're going to run this in several different areas. We're going to try to test some durability of it. I'm going to look to see what parts are going to be, I guess, which parts are going to break the easiest. I know that one thing that we have with some of their stock stuff is sometimes the front shock towers and stuff, that I have that on my other vehicles. But we'll see how these hold up. And then I'll probably go ahead and order another set of that and then look at A-arms and stuff. But this is going to be, like I said, a quick unboxing and look at this. I'm glad this is in the house. We can add it to the collection. And you guys don't forget to like, subscribe. I've already made this video longer than I wanted it to be. Like, subscribe, and then stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you guys watching.